Hey, Chris here. I'm going to talk to you about how to handle a voice that's recorded where the voice is really dynamic. Like sometimes the voice gets really loud, maybe even clipping. And then at other times the voice gets really quiet where you literally can barely hear it. Now we know if you publish audio like this on a podcast, this is the worst kind of audio for listeners. Because when it gets loud, it hurts their ears. And when it gets really quiet, they can't understand, they can't hear it. So as podcast producers, or even if you're just a podcaster, we have to process the audio to make the dynamic range less. So the loud parts are loud, but they're not that loud. And then the low parts are lower, but not that low, right? So I'm going to show you how I do it. Now you could use, let's say, one compressor and really just compress it a lot, but that doesn't work well because you end up hearing the compression and it sounds weird. There's the pumping and breathing, and usually you can't, even with one compressor, it's hard to compress it enough without bringing up the noise floor all the way. So I'm going to show you in Reaper here. Yeah, there it is. So here you see in Reaper, well, it doesn't matter that I'm using Reaper, but I'm using a plugin chain, and you can see the first plugin in the chain here is the Sheps Omnichannel, and these are my starting settings. By the way, if you want these starting settings, send me a message through the website, podcastengineeringschool.com. Send me a message and I'll email you the starting settings. And to load it, all you do is click this little arrow and you click load. So, but anyway, I don't know if you could see that on the screen, but it's easy to load the presets. Anyway, I will use a little bit of compression here. So before I show you all these 4 plugins, I'll just tell you, the idea is to do a little bit of compression with each plugin and not just do a ton of compression with one plugin, right? It's like gentle compression with a bunch of different plugins. And so, okay, so the Sheps has a compressor. That's a good one. Then Max Volume is a really great plugin because not only is this is like a normal compressor over here, but this over here brings up the quiet parts. So you're bringing up the quiet parts and you're bringing down the loud parts in one plugin. I made a video on this plugin too, so if you want to know more about all the controls and stuff, you can find that on the channel. Then often I'll use another compressor. I like this one. This one's from Waves. It's pretty inexpensive. It's the Abbey Road RS124. So I'll use a little compression here, and normally I will use like parallel compression too. So like maybe 50% compressed and 50% dry. That's another way to make your compression more transparent. And then sometimes at the end I'll throw on the vocal rider. And again, this is you set your range here, and if it gets too loud, the fader will automatically pull it down. And if it gets too quiet, the fader will push it up. So, and I dial in the settings for all 4 of these to work in tandem with each other. And it does a great job, does a very transparent job of, again, taming the loud parts and bringing up the quiet parts so that, the purpose of all this audio production is to provide a good listening experience to the listener. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you do to handle people's voices that are recorded that are really super dynamic. Don't forget, you can listen to my Podcast Engineering Show podcast. You can sign up for the Daily Goody emails at podcastengineeringschool.com. And that's also where you can find out more about the full course that I offer that teaches people how to work from home, earn a great living producing podcasts for people and companies. So, all right, that's it for today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.